What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about a book that will absolutely change your life, Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is blowing up and for good reason. If you've been struggling to stick to new habits or break bad ones, this book is the cheat code you've been waiting for.
Oh, wow. This book is fire. Seriously, if you're ready to level up every part of your life, your health, your career, and your relationships, Atomic Habits is about to unlock that next level for you. And the best part, you don't need to make massive changes, just tiny ones. But let me tell you, those tiny changes have big results.
That's the magic of it, right? The real game changer isn't doing something huge, it's improving by just 1%. That's it. You get 1% better each day, and guess what? Over time, that adds up to mind-blowing transformation. Imagine looking back in a year and realizing you're a whole new person, all because of these small tweaks.
Yes, and Clear breaks it all down with these awesome, actionable strategies. He doesn't just tell you, hey, go get better. He's like, here's how to hack your brain to make sure you win. He introduces what he calls the 4 laws of behavior change. And trust me, when you hear these, you'll think, why didn't I know this sooner?
Oh yeah, these laws are pure gold. Let's break them down for everyone. The first law is make it obvious. This is all about making the habit easy to see. If you want to start going to the gym, put your gym clothes and shoes right where you can see them. Like, make them impossible to ignore. James says the more visible the habit trigger, the easier it is to start.
And it's so true, right? You know how sometimes you want to start a new habit, like drinking more water, but you forget all about it? That's because the cue isn't obvious enough. James talks about using habit stacking to make your cues super clear. For example, if you already have a habit like making coffee in the morning, stack the new habit on top of it. Like, put a glass of water next to the coffee machine so you drink it while your coffee brews. It's genius. You're piggybacking off a habit you already do.
Exactly. It's all about making that first step impossible to miss. If you want to read more, put a book on your pillow so you see it every night before bed. Boom. First law in action.
And this really works because our brains are always responding to cues. The easier you make it to notice the habit, the better chance you have of doing it. Love it.
All right, so let's move on to the second law. Make it attractive. This one is key. You've got to make the habit something you actually want to do. Pair it with something enjoyable. For example, if you want to exercise more, try watching your favorite show while you're on the treadmill, or reward yourself afterward with something small but satisfying.
Yes. The science behind this is fascinating. James explains that your brain is motivated by dopamine, the feel-good chemical. So when you make the habit attractive, your brain starts to associate it with positive feelings. You can also use something called temptation bundling, which means pairing the habit you want to build with something you already love doing. Like, if you love podcasts but don't enjoy working out, only let yourself listen to your favorite podcast when you're exercising. That way, you're looking forward to the workout because it comes with something fun.
That's brilliant. It's like tricking your brain into loving the habit. And after a while, the habit itself becomes rewarding, so you don't even need the extra temptation anymore. It's like the good feelings snowball.
Totally. You're training your brain to crave the good habit. Let's be real. If the habit feels like a chore, you won't stick to it. But if it's enjoyable or linked to something you love, you'll keep coming back for more.
All right, now let's talk about the third law. Make it easy. This one is huge. The author says don't overcomplicate things. Start small. If you want to read more, don't aim for reading 50 pages a day right off the bat. Start with just 2 minutes of reading. The easier you make the habit, the more likely you are to stick to it.
Oh my gosh, this is so important. People often think they need to start big, like running 5 miles a day or meditating for an hour. But James says that's a mistake. The easier it is to start, the more likely you are to show up every day. He even suggests doing the 2-minute rule. It's where you make your new habit so simple that it only takes 2 minutes. Like, instead of saying, I'm going to do yoga for an hour, start with, I'll roll out my yoga mat and do one stretch. Once you start, you're way more likely to keep going.
Exactly. It's about lowering the barrier to entry. The hardest part of any habit is getting started, so make that first step ridiculously easy. Want to run? Start with putting on your running shoes. Once you've done that, you're already halfway there.
And remember, consistency beats intensity every time. It's better to do a little bit every day than to do something intense once and then never again. Make it so easy that it becomes part of your routine without thinking about it.
All right, the final piece of the puzzle, the fourth law. Make it satisfying. This is all about rewarding yourself for doing the habit. Your brain loves feeling good, so give yourself a pat on the back or a small treat when you've stuck to your habit. This keeps the motivation going and makes the habit more likely to stick.
Yes. James explains that habits only stick when there's a reward at the end. If it feels good, you'll want to do it again. Even something as simple as crossing off a day on a calendar after completing a habit creates that satisfying yes moment. Or, if you're into apps, use a habit tracker. It's so rewarding to see your progress build up over time. The key is to make the reward immediate so your brain associates the good feeling with the habit right away.
Oh yeah, habit tracking is such a powerful tool. I personally love seeing the streak of days where I've kept up with a habit. It's like a visual reminder that you're winning. And if you ever break the chain, no worries. James says, the important thing is to never miss 2 days in a row. If you miss one, get right back on track the next day.
Exactly. It's all about building momentum and keeping that reward system going. You'll feel more motivated when you see and feel the benefits immediately.
So, to recap the 4 laws, make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Follow these, and you'll be building habits like a pro. And what's amazing is, if you're trying to break a bad habit, you just flip these laws around. Make the bad habit invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying.
Exactly. James gives you the ultimate toolkit to create habits that stick and break the ones that hold you back. And it works for any area of life: fitness, work, relationships, you name it.
Right, it's not just theory. James backs it all up with real-world examples from athletes, CEOs, and creatives who've mastered these tiny, consistent habits to achieve massive success. If they can do it, we can too.
100%. And the best part? It's all about long-term results, not quick fixes. So if you're ready for real, lasting change, this book is for you.
Exactly. So, if you're ready to stop setting goals that fizzle out and start building habits that last, go grab Atomic Habits. Trust us, it's a game changer.
And if you loved today's breakdown, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and drop us a comment. What's one habit you're working on right now? Let's get a convo going in the comments.
Thanks for hanging with us, guys. Until next time, keep crushing those goals, and we'll see you in the next video.